Good morning, students. Hope you are happy. Are you not? Keeping good health. Don't disturb your parents. Okay? Take your book, SST book, and open page number 30. Today we will see the evolution of communication. Evolution of communication. Some of you might have been already going through, but today I would like to do again. The other day we had the evolution of transport. Did you see the video? Yes. And all those, I request all those of you who have not started going through or following the videos sent by different subject teachers, please go through. Sometimes take time and go through the books. When you see these videos, please open the book also, so that what we are explaining through this video you may be able to see in the book. Okay, so that you don't feel boring at home. You are in connection with our teachings, with our school teaching. So as according to our school curriculum, today we have we completed our summer vacation. Now we have, let us come to the class. Okay, that is what we are going to do. We have to do this way. There is no other way. So pray to God that corona will end up fast. Okay, so evolution of communication. We have seen the evolution of human being. We have seen the evolution of this one, transport. Now we are seeing evolution of communication. What is communication? What is communication? Communication is the process by which we are able to express our ideas, our thought, our speech through some means to the others, and they are able to understand. If I am able to speak to you and you are able to understand, then it is communication. But if I am explaining to you, I am speaking to you, and you don't understand anything, then I am not able to communicate to you. It's not a communication. It is not a, it's a failure. I am telling, but you are not able to understand. Then that means I am not able to communicate. You are not a commute to you. Do you understand? So communication is the process of exchange of the thought, ideas, and speech through either through speech or through writing. I am speaking now. After sometimes you will be able to write what you are thinking, and you give me, so I will read those things and understand. Then you will be able to communicate to me through writing. Do you understand? So it is an exchange of ideas. Listen, ideas, thought, what I think I am telling to you. What you think, what you have understood, and you give in writing. That is the means of, right, through the means of writing. Then I will understand. Then you will be able to. That is known as this give and take idea of ideas and thought is communication. Okay, let us see what is that. What the book says. So, what is communication? Oh, this is the first thing is asked is what is communication? Yes, the exchange of informations by speaking, writing, or gesture. Even the gestures is termed as communication. So early days, we have yes, in our literature book we have learned whistle away. Whistling is a gesture, a sign, or a gesture through which you are able to say something. For example, I am showing my hands and giving the lips expressions, the facial expression, all these are the signs through which you are able to understand. Do you understand? So this is a communication. We are constantly communicating with each other. We are exchanging our ideas, thoughts, and information to one another. Okay. So this is the means of communication. What you are having, the mobile, I am having, and then we are able to see, we are able to communicate through the means of this instrument, this device, electronic device. And so this is a means. We see it is a communication. This is the communication. If you have understood this, it is better. So we communicate by expressing our thoughts to others, and by understanding their thought, human beings have evolved different methods of communication over times. Earlier, we know that people were drumming, drum, 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 drum. Type of drum beats. People will understand what type of message they are going to get. What type of message they are trying to say. That is a drum beat. Then came the what called gesture, signs and symbols. Signs, especially burning of the fire and sending the smoke up. Black smoke, bad news. White smoke, good news. So this was a communication. Afterwards, they started messaging, taking the message from one place to another. Very difficult to go. And so they used the pigeon. Okay. So they use the pigeon. It is just wrote something and put on the tied and then sent to the place. Pigeon. Then people that was also not confidential, and it is a lot of risk. The pigeon is flying and one hawk came and killed it. Finished. No message. Message will not be imparted. There are so many hurdles, difficulties to communicate, and so people, they started going by themselves, runners. And so when they are running, very difficult to run also. So what is it? They started going by horseback. So horseback, that is known as penny post, pony post and penny post. And so on the horseback, they were taking the messages and going. After that, slowly it started to the post system. Postal system started. This is how the postal system started. So this is what the communication is. Now, how people communicated in the past? Do they have the same language that we are speaking like this? No, my dears. They had no language like what we are. They had some sound. You might have seen how the Africans speak and how we speak. See, some sign, some sound which was understood, somewhere understanding, somewhere not understanding. In our country, we have got the Jarwas. Where they are? Are they in the jungles of Andamans and Nicobar Islands? They also they have no proper line. They have sound which they understand. It's called language. So early humans did not know how to read and write. They communicated using the sign and gestures. They used the signs and gestures. They learned to deliver long distance message by beating the drums. See that? Or giving indication through smoke or fire. Some animals and birds were also used. Pigeon post. You know, have you seen the film Kabutar, Ja, Ja, Ja? So that is the message. Pigeons were sent message from one place to another. Gradually, they learned to express their thoughts and ideas using pictures and paintings. Pictures and painting. They started drawing. What they saw, they started drawing. Painting, making colorful. So we have gradually they express their ideas and thought through paintings and the drawings. We have here a prehistoric cave painting depicting the lives and times of the people at Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh. A cave painting depicts a hunting scene at the Serra da Capivara National Park of Northeast Brazil. So these were the evidence through which we come to know that how they communicated. Archaeologists have found many cave paintings from prehistoric sites. Site is the place. Okay, see that pencil in hand, underlined the important thing. So prehistoric sites. The paintings appear to express thoughts and ideas concerning daily life. All these paintings and the pictures they are drawn, they were mostly concerned about the daily activities that people were doing. These images can be considered as a form of language. This is the type of language used because in some cases they seem to be telling a story such that of the hunting expeditions. Okay, by the way they have drawn, this shows that how they hunted. So this is how people communicated in different ways. Okay, so they were actually all these are prehistoric time. These are the things, the means that they are using are all prehistoric. What is the prehistoric side? What do you mean by prehistoric? Prehistoric meaning the before the written records are kept, before the writing began. This period of time, nothing is written. They are found only in tools, the rocks and the pillars, utensils, and the bones and the fossils. These were the evidences. They show the evidence that what type of life people led. Hunting expedition through the paintings, nothing written, no explanations. Through them only we come to. So this is how slowly they improved in their communication. Evolution of communication, the use of pigeons. Yes. In earlier times, messages were sent through messengers. I said runners, messengers. They were running. How they were running? They were tying. They were tying the what call the symbols, the bells on their legs, and they were running. When they were running, it was making sound, ghungru. Okay, small bells. They are tied on their legs, and so people will also leave. Nowadays we have the communication. What is that? Sound, siren. When the siren sounds, siren is sounded, people they leave the way so that the patient has to visit. Ambulance sound. Do you understand? We have got the fire brigade sound. When the siren is on, people by hearing they leave the way so that this vehicle will go faster and do work faster to save life and property. Do you understand? So these are the signs. So people were making some signs which was understood. So also the messengers were running. The bells tied on their feet, which was difficult. And later on, when they found it, they said, well, let us send the pigeons. Pigeons were there. They used to fly. They were a special type of pigeons, you know. They were special type of pigeons. They are not the pigeons that we have these days. They will not go. We will not able to catch them also sometimes. So these pigeons are caught. So they were home, very friendly pigeons. They used to fly very humanly. And so they will go and sit at the balcony of the same house where it is supposed to be. So pigeons were used. So messenger. The messengers traveled from one place to another to deliver the message to the receiver. Pigeons were also used for sending messages to far off places. Homing pigeons. What is that? What is that? Homing pigeons, a variety of domestic pigeons were there. Name of the pigeons were homing pigeons. Underline. Where if they were effective as messengers, quite good as messengers, because of their natural ability to find their way. Natural ability. Today, the police is using the dogs. They have the natural ability to find out through their senses, through their smell. They will find out the thief. Okay, so they are trained also, but moreover they have got the natural ability. They have got the natural ability to find out. So messages were written on a piece of paper and attached to the pigeon's leg. They were released to deliver the message to the receiver. This is how they were speaking. Persians were the first one to train and use pigeons, Persians, for the military purpose actually, for communicating. Romans used pigeons to help in their military over 2000 years ago. Romans were using the pigeons for sending messages, because Roman Empire had extended so far. Whole of Europe was controlled by the Roman Empire, and so they were not able to go within a day to far off places to give message. So they were sending the pigeons. Do you understand? This is how they were using. Romans used pigeons to help in the military purpose. In England, pigeons were often taken to football matches and released to carry home the results of the games. See that. The Mughals in India also used pigeons for communicating. So these were the royal messages were sent through the pigeons actually. Not the ordinary people who could not send that. All that Roman, the royal message, not Roman, royal, that is kings. Kings used to send this. The use of pigeons for delivering messages was popular even in 20th century. Recently, we are in 2020. 20th century, over lakhs of pigeons were used for First World War as messengers. The First World War they used message. Okay. Dear children, it is quite sufficient for you to learn today. Okay. So be happy with this.